here at the 13th annual PowerPlex here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Got Ben Stewart here from Inteva. Really want to hear a little bit about your story and your journey with Plex. When did you guys start?
Let's see, we split off from Delphi March 1st of 2008. And so we started looking for ERP systems then and selected Plex to replace SAP. And so it's been 6 years, a little more than 6 years at this point. We started
Tier 1 OEM to the auto suppliers in the middle of the worst possible time to be spun out, right? And you were choosing ERP systems.
Yep. It was a cost savings measure, and it was an improvement for the business. We were kind of suffering with a system that didn't work really well for us, and we were looking at a large cost. We had to be off of that system in a year.
But it was a sunk cost. The sales rep probably had a special deal for you. You had the big relationship from the original contract. They were going to cut you an awesome deal, and you still chose Plex.
Yeah, it was heavily customized. It was an old version, too difficult to upgrade. The people really weren't very happy with it. So it was like, do you want to pay? They had their money, but we were going to get hit again. You know, do we pay all this money for something that we don't really even want?
Okay, so it was a financial decision, but it was also a decision that the business really wanted as well.
Yeah, financial and functional. And you come in, you look at Plex, and it's very user-friendly, and it's appealing, and it's got all these features that we wanted with supplier portals and all these things. So it was really a pretty easy sell at that point. It's better and costs less.
Yeah. Now, as a result of choosing that decision, when you look back, what are some lessons learned, right? What worked in the implementation? What are things you would share with other people that said, hey, look, we're an early adopter. These are the things we went through, and these are some lessons you might want to have.
Sure. There were times where we said, we've done it like this. We have an integration here. For speed of implementation, we're going to leave an integration. We're not going to maybe go with the way that Plex was designed to work.
So hand-coded integration.
Yeah, and those could sometimes be problematic. So we struggled through those even after the fact. After we finished implementing, when we had a little bit more time, we said, let's implement it the way that it was intended to run. And we generally found that Plex followed best practice for traceability and real-time reporting and that type of thing. And where we saw they had best practice, well then let's do that. Let's not try to force the software to do something it's not intended to do just because that's the way we've done it. Now if we had a good reason, we had a legal requirement, a customer requirement, then we could adapt the software to do that. But otherwise, hey, let's follow best practice. Let's make the software work the way it's intended.
Now, did you guys contribute back to those best practices in terms of like requirements that you gave out to Plex?
Sure, yeah. We worked with them as we came into new countries and new functionality. We'd work with them, other customers in the community, and say, hey, we need the software to do this. And if they agreed, hey, yeah, that's great. We'll have other customers who want the same core functionality. Then we would work with them to build that into the software.
So this isn't just your standard purchasing model. There's actually a partnership here.
Yeah. We tend to look at Plex like a partnership. It's a long-term thing. You don't want to redo your ERP system for sure. And so we collaborate with them. We work on new enhancements together. We talk about the strategy, where the product is going to go in the future, where we're going to go as a company, and line those up.
Now, as a tier 1 supplier, who do you supply right now?
We supply General Motors, Mercedes. We supply most of the OEMs. Those are two of our biggest, but we're fairly evenly balanced around, but we supply most of the OEMs around the world.
Now, are the OEMs taking notice? Are they looking at the Plex system saying maybe we should consider this?
Certainly some of the OEMs have noticed. Certainly GM knows what we can do. Daimler knows what we can do. Honda, I know that Honda, although not a big customer of ours yet, although they are a newer customer of ours, they actually encourage their supply base to use Plex because they like the visibility and capability that it has.
Okay, so there's some definite impact here.
Yep.
Now, are you on the IT side or the business side? You sound like you're doing both.
Yeah, we do a little bit of both, and that was actually one of the other great things about Plex was that we didn't have a huge technical group at Inteva once we spun off, and so that allowed us to focus on the business. I hire a lot of analysts on my team. They know finance, they know purchasing, they know sales. They don't have to have a programming background because Plex is taking care of that for us. So we get to focus on working with the business, solving their issues, and then configuring the software. And if it's new functionality, then we help define the requirements for Plex.
So this is one of the benefits, one of the hidden benefits of the cloud, right? Instead of focusing on all the technical details, you can actually spend more time to get more aligned with the business.
Definitely, yep.
Wow, this is wonderful. Hey, thank you for your insights here. Really appreciate it. We are closing out here at PowerPlex, the 13th annual event here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. So thank you very much.